Kunpa did ask yesterday if it would be okay if he did the magboard on the whole front of the place. Hang on. Which of course is what I've been asking for the last couple of days, and I don't know if he had to understand me. But anyways, then he suggested me, so I don't know, whatever, but now I guess we're probably going to do it. Maybe. And he's trimming the grass, so, but I'm allergic to all that and I'm sick anyway, so I'm not hanging out. So what this means for you is you're getting a vlog. Oh crap. I'm a little scared that it's starting to soak in maybe a little bit how much over my head I am with this back, the nerve pain and all that stuff. It's although on the optimistic side, I've made some tiny amount of progress in my hips, and the hips is one of my worst areas. So the Muay Thai light, slow, just practice. I'm not going to fight, and the gym owner wanted me to fight, and yeah, I didn't exactly say no, but I did a Thai thing. I just sort of didn't answer him. So there's no way. There's no way. I get one good whack, and I'm in big trouble. It was nice. My doctor, my primary care physician back in the States, answered a question for me. I can stack gabapentin and ibuprofen when I need. Obviously, I don't want to do that. I did it once this week for the first time. It did help, but I don't like doing it. Right now, the doctor for the cold, they gave me something because I guess you're going to get get stiff and achy everywhere. And since I've got osteoarthritis really bad, like everywhere, they gave me something. I don't know what the hell it was, but it works pretty good, whatever the hell it is. So I took another one this morning. Today, perhaps I'll look up and see what it is I've been taking. I see with the small apartment, it does kind of work as far as it just focuses me on me and getting better. So I need to keep that focus. I'm not going to be able to make my regular hospital stuff tomorrow. Fawn's already rescheduled it for Friday. She's wonderful. She's like a concierge. On the positive side, it's all that kind of stuff. It's still a lot of cultural difference to work out, and it's shocking for as much English as she speaks, which is probably triple the amount of Thai I speak. And we can even spell things in the other's language. Even with all that, it's amazing how many misunderstandings we still have. And I'm older, if you haven't noticed, and I get angry fairly quickly. I get upset kind of quickly because I'm not used to not understanding all these things. This is an unnatural environment for a 59-year-old man. Anyways, I'm in a bit of a tough spot at the moment. I imagine a lot of viewers of this channel might empathize. Thailand is a great way to, it is a great way to solve financial issues because you as I've said before, if you can do what I'm doing, and it really is not for everyone, I am not going to say, hey, this is my channel, oh, this is awesome, oh, everybody should do that. No. But here I'm probably 5 times wealthier, but it's just about squared me financially. That's crazy to think, but it's true. I'll say one of my own pensions, I ended up self-managing, and praise God that I did, because I did way better the last, 8 years I was managing it myself, which is stupid that the people I was paying who were supposed to be professionals couldn't manage it not even half as well as I could. Not even half. That means they obviously weren't trying, because I have no training or experience. I'm an engineer. I'm not a finance guy. And I still was doing way better than they did. And if I hadn't done that, I'd be in real trouble right now. If I had let it ride and stayed with the system, I'd be in real, oh my God, I hadn't even thought about that. Oh my God, I'd be in real trouble. Jesus. Well, forgive me. Oh, that would be awful. Yeah, so I got to get that thought out of my head. That's an ugly thought. Oh. Well, praise God, I did do my own managing of the one. It's a private pension fund, and I could trade it as I wanted. Because that really, geez, that saved me. And it did kind of allow my wife and I to afford the divorce, which she wanted, I think, at least as much as I did. Yeah, anyway, so that's all fine. I interviewed the first attorney. He goes, you're lucky because you can afford a divorce. He goes, his most unhappy clients he gets are the ones that can't afford it. They have so much debt that's a negative, and they're stuck together. Oh, could you imagine? That's awful. And then, you know, funny, talking about attorneys and advice, and then the attorney I ended up hiring was just a less expensive guy. And I ended up being lucky because this guy was really, really, really ethical. We ended up with some ethical dilemmas, some significant ones in the divorce proceedings. And he navigated it flawlessly. And I didn't even think an attorney that good existed, honestly, that honest. It was really awesome to find out after the fact what happened and what he did. And he told me, he goes, okay. And the day everything was signed and done, I went to his office and closed everything out and paid him the last money I owed him and all that. He goes, let me give you a piece of advice. He goes, one, be very careful before you ever get married again. And he goes, two, don't have kids anymore. He goes, the people that go and get married a second time and have kids, when they come back to me, they're my most unhappy clients. And I took that to heart. I will kind of preface, I'm going to do a whole video on this, but I will preface it that my relationship in terms of the father figure role I play for Fawn, her boys, and her family seems to have shifted. They seem to have, like, it's as though they have some kind of meetings, which I know they do, and I don't bother to intrude. I can go anywhere I want and sit with anybody I want and sit there and try and listen as hard as I want, but I choose not to. What's the point? There's definitely some discussions because the coordination of how things flow changes from time to time. So clearly somebody's discussed something somewhere and all of a sudden things are different. But lately I haven't seen her boys much, and partly, I mean, I feel a little bad about that. But on the other hand, I'm a bit hands full at the moment. So is what it is. I have to kind of let that go, I guess. They're really nice boys. They're super good-hearted, JD, you say. They're really JD. They're such good people. But oh my God, the system here is so... I cannot see any good coming out of entitling someone to an extreme level to where they think everything should be handed to them for the rest of their life. I just can't. So it's obvious. It's obviously not good. It's obviously a terrible thing to do. And I refuse to participate in that. So right now we have this kind of détente where the boys, and you see a video on this recently. I put it in the description. I just finished it and it's loaded up now. They were being spanked before, but they were being spanked by the grandma. Fawn won't spank them. Fawn, as far as I know, won't. I mean, she might do a love tap or something pathetic, but she doesn't actually spank them. The mom hits them pretty good. Their grandma, Fawn's mom, whacks them. With everything she's got, and she's a farmer, she's got some upper body strength because the boys do not like it. Even the big one, who's pretty tough, he's wailing like a baby when she's done with him. So I started with that, and then now I'm just doing the disapproval and letting them know I'm angry, and then I think I'm just going to do grounding. I don't want to spank them anymore. I really don't. I think each one did it needed it 3 times. They were egregiously bad because they've been raised to be super entitled. And they made me, they made me furiously angry. And so they were getting a serving, whether they wanted it or not. I'm old, and this is how I was raised, and this is the system I understand, and this is the system that they were using when I got here, and so I started with that. Do I completely agree with it? Probably not. It's what we had. You work with what you got, just like a construction site. You work with what you got, and you can always make it work. It's amazing how you can always make it work somehow. So now they have to respect and all that, and I just can point and make a little bit of a, eye contact with them, a little strong eye contact and point, and they get it real quick, and they toe the line super quick, and that's great. Really helps Fawn. The parents love it. And the boys are happier. I mean, it's kind of a shocking transformation in the boys' lives. They're doing much, much, much better all around, and I'm doing practically nothing. So maybe this is sort of paw D. This is the good fit. Paw D literally means wait good, but it really means like when someone tailors your suit, you go, oh, paw D. Maybe that's a good fit there. I can only put so much energy into that because I've really, I am way behind, obviously, in my personal goals here, and I've got to I've got to find a way past this. I'm just totally encumbered with this damn pain, and I can't have it running my life the rest of my life. I've got to get past this somehow. I know I'm not going to heal 100%. I have no delusions of returning to the workforce. I would love to. I want to. But I think that's an unreasonable goal, and I don't believe in unreasonable goals for right now. Maybe I could step it up to that goal later. I would like to revisit this in like 2, 3, 5 years, whatever it takes, and see if I couldn't run a couple jobs with my boy or something. You know, maybe run a small business, you know, with Fawn and one of her boys that they can behave themselves the best or whatever as well here, and then one with my boy back, and you know, something. I'm a small business guy and I'm pretty good at that, so you know, I'd like to do that, and that makes a ton of sense, but not right now. Right now I've just got to get past this somehow. The Muay Thai hip flexing, stretching, the light kicking, working the sissy bag as I like to call it, that is forcing my body to move in different ways, and that seems to be healthy. Psychologically, I look forward to it. Makes me happy, perks me up. A positive mindset does have a big effect on your life and your output and what you can accomplish. So that's not to be underestimated. I did a little swimming. I got to be careful. I'm having all these shoulder problems. Damn it! It's like everything is freaking falling apart. But I'm just going to stay on this, and this cold, the timing is not bad though. No one likes being sick, but the timing isn't bad because it is forcing me to not exercise, and maybe my body just needs a couple of week break. So I think there's that. Oh, and Kun Pa has not done all the grass yet. He's done a bit. And I don't hear the machine running, but I still see a lot of tall grass. That's not great. I don't want to be, you know, maybe I'll just, I think he's going to run it again. I think I'll just go inside and close the door and close the windows. I don't want that pollen in the house. It's the last frickin' thing I need. All right, well, that's that. Well, here we go. He might be on this a couple hours. I don't know. All right, goodbye.
One.
My name is Rob, and thank you for supporting my YouTube channel. I meant every word I just said with respect.